This video was made in collaboration with the Mulu Eco Lodge. The shown material is meant to inform you about the current situation and how you can add to the project as a volunteer. Please watch carefully and decide afterwards if you would like to come or not. We assume you already know about the project and have a basic idea of its aims, since you're considering becoming a volunteer, so we won't get too basic. Mulu is located in an unbelievably beautiful area in the Shoki Mountains of Ethiopia, and is benefiting the community of the surrounding farmer families in many ways. Anyone taking part in the project has the possibility to really make a difference in a place where help is actually needed. If you would like to contribute to the project as a volunteer, there are a few things you should know in advance. First of all, there's a shifting taking place right now. It is the farmer community which is moving more into the center of attention. The aim of the whole project is not only to improve the Eco Lodge itself, but rather to improve the standard of living of the in total 56 households in the surrounding area. If you're coming to the Shoki Mountains, you should be willing to interact with the local people a lot and to communicate in an open and friendly way. Mulu gratefully welcomes volunteers, for their skills can be a huge benefit to the community, although there are certain conditions you need to fulfill if you would like to come, and this is important. Due to the high amount of requests for volunteering in the recent time, and in contrast the rather specific skills which are needed at the moment, the project has to start a more increased selection of people volunteering. Please listen carefully and decide afterwards if you're suitable or not. The farmers of the Shoki Mountains live a very traditional lifestyle, and it is wonderful to experience the kindness and calmness hidden in this place. Still, the local standard of living could be improved in many ways. For example, quite easily by introducing new ideas to their housing and farming methods. Therefore, the Mulu Lodge can be an example for the farmers. Volunteers can try realizing their ideas here, and afterwards the farmers are more likely to try it out themselves once they start working. But what projects are we talking about? Well, the main goal is to turn the whole community into a so-called eco-village, with ecological principles in all farmer houses. Meaning in general, an efficient water utilization for the whole community, the use of renewable energies, and sustainable farming, mainly by applying methods of permaculture. But more about that soon. Beside these, there are also some smaller challenges the community is facing, which, however, are not less important. So we are going to talk about that first. For example, there's a very small variety of farming tools. If possible, you're very welcome to bring tools with you, or maybe from the capital, Addis Ababa. Everything can be helpful. Even a single tool can still function as a model for others. And if you have knowledge about tool crafting, especially farming tools needed in permaculture, it might be an even bigger benefit. Any knowledge about permaculture in general is very valuable to the project, as there are no experts involved permanently. Just as valuable are crafting skills. These bamboo beds and tables were introduced to the farmers by a volunteer. Since he brought the idea, and because the material was so easily available, many families of the community started learning how to build them and are using them ever since. Unfortunately, it is either very difficult or impossible to bring special materials, metals or tools in large numbers to the Shoki Mountains. The bigger cities are very far away, so realizing your ideas if they involve exotic materials is, unfortunately, not an option. The materials which are available in abundance are mainly wood, clay and straw. You can get more into detail by having a look at the PDF file which is attached below. Here you can see a smoke-free oven which was built in the Mulu Eco Lodge. In the farmer huts, they still use traditional fireplaces located in the center, which unfortunately are dangerous for children as they might fall in. Also, the smoke is accumulating under the roof and is creating unhealthy air to breathe. Do you know how to build a smoke-free oven from the materials listed on the PDF? Or maybe a chicken house like these? Great, you're very welcome to come. If you're ready to be the instructor, there will be enough manpower to help and realize your ideas. Together with a small group of farmers, you will frequently be visiting a family or the place where your project is taking place, and as a team, you will try and realize it. The farmers are very curious and helpful, and they will love to take part in your projects. For you, it's just important to show initiative. So let's have a look at the main challenges. To realize efficient water utilization, it would be a huge step forward to collect rainwater more efficiently. Right now, much of the rainwater is not used and is just flowing away, although there are numerous ways to collect it. For instance, in the Mulu Lodge there are holes being digged to create large ponds and fountains. Again, any experience and knowledge about water collection and irrigation of plants is very welcome. Some farmers already have tin roofs on their houses for the water to drain off, but some quite important parts are still missing. For example, could you teach the farmers how to build a rain gutter? The use of renewable energies is the first step to being ecologically independent, and would be a big enhancement to the farmer's standard of living, as it opens many possibilities. For example, there is very little electricity in the community. In the Mulu Lodge there are sockets with power thanks to solar panels installed next to the kitchen hut. Unfortunately, things like these are only accessible through donations. If possible, you could contribute to the project even before coming here by telling your friends and family and asking for donations, or by fundraising for certain electrical devices, like small solar panels, which in relation to their cost, like about €100, can have a huge impact on the farmer's daily life. Sometimes even the manufacturers themselves are happy to donate their products, if you contact them and tell them about the situation. Like this water pump that was sent by a bigger company after being asked for help. Often manufacturers are willing to help, not least because they care for a good reputation. Of course, there are many farmer families in the community, so when a device arrives here through donation, the community is well able to discuss to whom it should go and where it is needed the most. Another big step to renewable energy sources could be the use of biogas. For instance, there could be a small-scale biogas system in each household as an environmentally friendly source of energy. Knowledge and experience in building a biogas system is urgently needed at the moment, and will most certainly also require fundraising. Permaculture is a beautiful way to include agriculture in nature. Instead of living from it, the farming grounds exist in harmony with their environment, while there can still be a lot of harvest. Although permaculture is a huge discipline of its own, many aspects of it can be applied in Mulu quite easily. Here you can see the vegetable garden of the Mulu Eco Lodge, which is still at its beginning. But the soil is very fertile. Do you have experience in fruit and vegetable growing, in plant irrigation, or in the principles of permaculture? We would be so happy if you could share your knowledge with us. There are so far no experts involved, and there is still so much to learn about permaculture. Of course, also besides growing plants, the possibilities are numerous. Maybe you could also bring a few organic seeds, for example of fruit trees, or even ask a seed producer for a donation. So by now you have a pretty good picture of what skills you should be bringing with you if you decide to become a volunteer. But that doesn't mean you already need to be an expert. For instance, you could decide which of the challenges suits you the most and inform yourself about it before coming. Don't know how to build a smoke-free oven yet? Who knows? Maybe you can learn it in a month. or a few weeks. The most important part for you should be to be a benefit to the project. Don't just stay a little while, think about an idea and leave again. Show initiative. To this end, the minimum time you should be staying here from now on is 4 weeks. Real professionals might be an exception. But hey, no worries. There will also be a lot of free time. Apart from just relaxing in a hammock, you can get to do whatever you want to in this magical place. Explore the jungle-like forest. Try cooking new recipes, try teaching your own. Help building a clay hut and paint a landscape on it. Take a shower beneath the waterfall, write a book or just read a good one. There are so many ways to free the soul here, and oftentimes there even is no choice but relaxing. For on holidays, which are a lot, no one is supposed to work at all. We hope you understand and try respecting the local traditions. For example, every Sunday is a holiday, which you can use though to teach English to some of the farmers' children if you want to. Then they will also have much free time and will love to play or do sports with you. But teaching the children in general is rather a project of the future. At the moment, Mulu is still convincing the government to get permission to build an elementary school, where learning English is much easier. And negotiations like these have already succeeded many times before. There are so many NGOs in Ethiopia that are supposed to help people, for example by donations, but which are either fake or keeping the biggest parts for themselves. So why not help supporting something meaningful? Help Mulu to be an example for other communities. Maybe one day, with your support, there could be eco-villages all over the Shoki Mountains, and hopefully even beyond. Thanks for watching.